All right, welcome back. We are still on Chapter 10, Lesson 2, 10.2, and we are on the back side, P174 in the homework practice book. All right, let's get to it. Stefan drew this triangle. How many obtuse angles does the triangle have? Well, again, obtuse is greater than 90. Acute, is less than 90. And a right angle or right triangle, a right angle is exactly 90. Okay, so how many obtuse angles? How many angles that are bigger than 90? Well, this isn't even 90, it's less, so that's not obtuse. This one isn't even 90, it's less than 90, so that's not obtuse. And this one isn't even 90, it's less, so 0. 0. Joan was asked to draw a right triangle. How many right angles are in a right triangle? A right triangle has exactly 1. So 1 right angle. 1 right angle. A triangle, the angles in a triangle we talked about in class, but the 3 angles have to add up to 180 degrees. So if you had a 90, a right angle, and then another right angle, that would already be 180 degrees, and so you couldn't close your triangle. In fact, that's one of the tests I usually, or one of the things I usually have the students do, and if this is a student listening, you probably remember when I asked you to, I challenged you to draw a triangle with 2 right angles, and you've quickly found out that it was impossible. A triangle can only have 1 right angle or only 1 obtuse angle, but it can have 3 acute angles. Okay, number 3, Oliver drew the figure below to show light traveling from the sun to Earth. Name the figure he drew. So the fact that it's showing the sun to the earth doesn't really matter for our naming purposes, but I know the first letter has to be S because that's where this ray started. It started here at S. I know it started here at S because there's no arrow going through the other direction saying that it could have potentially started somewhere else. So it started right here and then went through point E and could potentially go on forever in the other direction. So S has to be my first letter. E is my second, and I just put them right next to each other. And then I just draw a little ray, and the ray always points this way. So never, when you're writing a name, write it like that. It's, again, think of it like English. That would be bad English. When you're making a name, the ray always points to the right on top of the name, okay? All right, number 4, Armand added 1/10 and 8/100. What is the sum of these fractions? So this is taking us back to chapter 9. We have 1/10 plus sum. Sum tells us that we're going to be adding. Oh my goodness. And 8/100. Okay, now before we can add these, because we have different denominators, we want to change this 10th into a fraction that's equivalent to an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 100. Then we can add them straight across. So to do that, I have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So 10 times what gives me 100? 10 times 10, whatever I multiply the denominator, I have to multiply the numerator by that. So 1 times 10 is 10. So I'm going to replace 1/10 with 10 hundredths. And now my denominators are the same all the way across. So now I can just add the numerators, 10 plus 8, 18. All right, number 5, Sam counted out loud by 6s. Jorge counted out loud by 8s. What are the first 3 numbers both Sam and Jorge said? So let's pull that out. We have Sam, we have Jorge. Sam's counting by 6s, so let's act like we're Sam. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. What was I counting by? Oh, yeah, sorry, 6s, 42, 48. And we could go on if we need to. Let's check, though. Jorge's counting by 8s. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. I'm going to stop there. Let's see. We need 3 in common. So let's see. 8, no 8. 16, no 16s. 24, oh, yep. So 24 is one of them. They both said 24. All right. I keep going. 30. 32, no. 40, no. 48, yeah. They both said 48. Okay, but now I need to find one more. Now, I could continue on counting by 6s and counting by 8s until I find that third number. Or I can also look back here and look at this pattern. I started with 24, then the next one was 48. What do you notice? 24 to 48. Yeah, it went up by another 24. So every 24, they're going to say have in common. So I need to take 24. 24 plus 24 is 48. 48 plus 24 will give me my third number they have in common. So 48 plus 24 is going to be 72. All right. But again, if you wanted to continue counting on, you could also solve it that way. Always, 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 always more than one way to solve a problem. All right. And number 6, a basketball team averaged 105 points per game. And how many points did the team score in 6 games? So average means they got over those 6 games. In each game, they would have scored 105. So if we take that, or they would have scored to where they're equivalent to having scored 105 in all 6. So 105, and we could do 105 plus 105 plus 105 6 times, or we can do multiplication, 105 times 6. So 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 0 is 0. Add my 3, and 6 times 1 is 6. So 630 points. How many points? Yep. All right, thanks again for watching. I will see you on the next video.